Hey guys, so I've had a few requests for me to do a quick guitar tutorial of Your Power by Billie Eilish. The chord structure is very simple. It stays the same throughout the whole song. The verses, the choruses, and the pre-choruses are all the exact same. The only difference is going to be a slight strumming pattern. And I'll also show you how to do the intro and the outro, which is the picking part. It's going to be really simple. Let's get into it. So this song has the same chords throughout both choruses, the intro, the outro, both verses, and both pre-choruses. So I'm going to show you how to strum and play the chords on the choruses, intro, and outro. And then the only thing that will change is the strumming pattern and how you strum it. So let's start with the F major 7 chord. You'll start with your third finger on the 3rd fret of the 4th string, and you'll place your first finger on the 1st fret of the 2nd string. You're going to hover your 2nd finger over the 3rd string, 2nd fret, and you'll hammer it on after the 1st strum. Just like that. And you play this chord for 2 measures, and you play the rest of the chords for 1 measure. So it goes. Then you're going to move to an A minor chord, which is going to be 3rd finger on the 2nd fret, 4th string, and you're going to keep that 1st finger on that 2nd string, 1st fret, hover the 2nd finger over the 3rd string, 2nd fret, and hammer it on for 1 measure. Just like that. And then you're going to move on to the E minor chord, which is going to be 1st finger on the 5th string of the 2nd fret. And you're going to put that 2nd finger on the 4th string of the 2nd fret and play that for 1 measure. Just like that. And then go back to the F major 7 chord. Back to that A minor chord. And then move to that G major chord, which is going to be 3rd finger on the 6th string, 3rd fret, 2nd finger on the 2nd fret, 5th string, and you're going to hover this 1st finger over the 3rd string, 2nd fret, and hammer it on after 1 strum. And then you'll go back to the F major 7 chord and repeat all of that. And that's going to be repeated throughout both choruses and the intros and outros, as well as the verses and pre-choruses. It'll just have a slightly different strumming pattern. So I'll play this with the strumming pattern of the choruses and the intros and outros. So it goes. So another thing to note when you're strumming these, on the F major 7 chord, the A minor chord, just strum the top 4 strings. Just strum the top 4 strings. Then on the E minor chord, as well as the G major chord, strum all the strings, and we'll get that full sound. So again. So let's move on to the verses and pre-choruses. So the only difference between the verses, pre-choruses, and the choruses and intro and outro, which we just covered, is going to be how you strum the chords. They're the exact same chords, and you're also not going to hammer on. So on the F major 7 chord, when you hammer it on, you're not going to hammer on, and you're also not going to hammer on the E minor chord. So you're going to use the palm of your hand. It's going to be palm muting on the bridge of the guitar to mute the strings to kind of create a rhythmic effect. So instead of hammering on, you won't hammer on, you'll just kind of create this rhythmic effect. Between both verses and the pre-choruses, you'll pause on that G minor chord after you play it twice. You'll pause for the 2 counts, and you'll go back to the F major. So you'll pause. repeat that, and then you go back into the chorus, which is the open strumming. Alright, so let's get into the intro and outro. So the intro and outro to this song are a little bit challenging, so I'm going to play it through for the visual learners, and I'll show you guys how to play it. So it goes something like this. So you start with your third finger on the 13th fret of the second string, and then you place your second finger on the 12th fret of the second string. You jump down to the 5th fret of the second string, play that, and then you place your second finger on the 6th fret. And you just jump back onto, you hammer back on with your first finger. You place your 5th finger on the 8th fret, and then you go to an open string, lift everything off. You place that first finger back on the 3rd string of the 2nd fret. You play that same thing again. And then finish that out, you'll place your first finger on the 2nd string of the 3rd fret, place your second finger on the 4th fret of the 4th string, play those both together. You'll hammer on that 5th finger onto the 5th fret of the 2nd string, and then you'll place that 2nd finger, slide it back down to the 2nd fret of the 3rd string. And you'll start back up at the top. You're going to place that 2nd finger on the 2nd fret of the 13th string, place that 4th finger on the 14th fret of the 4th string, and you play them both together. You'll slide them both together on the 12th fret, play them both together. You're going to slide that down to the 5th fret, play them both together. You'll slide them up to your second finger will be on the 6th fret of the 2nd string, and your 3rd finger will be on the 3rd string of the 7th fret. Play them both together. You go back down to the 5th fret, both back together. Then jump back up to the 8th and 9th fret, 2nd finger being on the 2nd string, 8th fret, 3rd finger being on the freaking 9th fret of the 3rd string. You'll play 2 open strings. You'll jump these down, and you'll place your whatever you want to do as far as fingering goes, but you'll place I do my 4th finger on the 3rd string of the 2nd fret and 1st finger on the 1st fret of the 2nd string, and then play those together. And then you'll slide back up to the 2nd finger being on the 2nd string of the 3rd fret, and your 4th finger being on the 4th fret of the 4th string, and then you'll play them, and then you're going to slide them both up to the 5th fret together. Slide them up to the 5th fret together. So you go. You go back down to the same formation. 3rd finger on the 3rd fret of the 2nd string. 4th finger on the 4th fret of the 4th string. Do that exact pattern, and then you'll play open strings, lift everything off. You'll hammer on your 1st finger on the 2nd string of the 1st fret, and then your 2nd finger on the 2nd fret of the 3rd string. You'll just play the 2nd and 3rd strings together, and you'll hammer them on. Just like that. That's how you play it. It sounds a little bit different when you play it all together. I'll play it one more time, and then that's a wrap on the song. So it goes like this. that's how you play it. Hey guys, I hope this was helpful. If you guys have any questions, make sure to leave a comment. If you like the content I post each week, make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next week. Thanks for watching.